live streaming around the clock. Just search for ABC7 Los Angeles.
That's why you keep trying to get attention or something. He's dying for reaction or something.
My name is Red, and I'm a man.
Sacrifice my quality, so I'm not going to a left.
The worst hostage.
7th through the 29th. Activities going on all day. We have more info on our website, meanwhalebeer.com/events.
I'm going to pull myself together. Adrian, thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
Can't wait.
How much are movies now? Like $200?
The music has to come first. It's bigger than all.
City. We are catching up with a couple of the guys in just a few minutes, so stick around.
In the week, we have the Build Forward Bash, which is on Tuesday night at the Minneapolis Armory, so people can go to TC Habit.
They're out front, screaming at customers, throwing things at us, going to the bathroom out front, and it's discouraging people from coming here. And I think it's affecting every business.
Yeah, so they've certainly been dealing with a lot throughout the downtown area. They have, some of the business owners have met with the city attorney's office to try to see what kinds of recourse they might have, how to put a stop to this. And then again, today, later this morning, the Downtown San Diego Partnership set to announce their 5-point action plan, again, supported by Mayor Todd Gloria, Councilman Whitburn, and others. Reporting live from downtown, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7.
Audra, thank you. This weekend, family members, friends, and colleagues all gathered for this emotional and huge farewell for a fallen San Diego police officer. We're talking about Officer Austin Machetar.
I need to break the paragraph up.
The somber morning started at Snapdragon Stadium, the motorcade leading to the East County and Shadow Mountain Community Church. It was an extensive motorcade of law enforcement from across our region and state, bringing Machetar's body to the church where he was honored by fellow officers and those who knew him best.
We all now have a new guardian angel in the sky that smiles and watches over us. I could never imagine me ever having to say this, but rest in peace, my little brother. I love you so much until we meet again.
His family was presented with a flag honoring Machetar's sacrifice. He was a San Diego native. He went to Rancho Del Rey Middle School and then on to Otay Ranch High School. He was just 30 years old and eventually attended Southwestern College and, of course, wore the badge for a number of years, making so many people proud.
There is growing concern this morning about the instability in the Middle East. Hezbollah said it is now in an open-ended battle with Israel. This dashcam video captured the very moment that a Hezbollah rocket hit in northern Israel. This was yesterday. Israeli officials said
Hezbollah has a fucking rocket, man.
Wounded in that blast. 2 elderly men and a teenage
Israel
girl.
will do is take the
Hezbollah
dirt
said
away
it
from
has
fucking
fired off more
Palestine.
than 100 rockets across northern Israel. All this comes after 45 people were killed by an Israeli airstrike on Lebanon's capital that targeted a Hezbollah commander. White House said it is using diplomacy to try and prevent an all-out war. Now Americans are being warned to leave the region as Israel prepares for a longer conflict.
We will take whatever
running
action
all
is
these
necessary
covert missions to go kill fucking Palestinians and the guys are stripping shit and then fucking blame the fucking Palestinians when they go, fuck you motherfuckers, I'm tired of you fucking coming to my house and I'm not even bothering you and you're firing your fucking stupid ass US fucking funded weapons into my fucking window.
Push Hezbollah's forces back.
Maybe that's the real story.
destroying
Who knows?
Hezbollah's infrastructure.
Or maybe it's
Vagueness of
not.
the objectives suggests an extended military operation is on the way.
Only you would know.
And early
You
voting
guys have a
is
security.
underway in
Well,
3 states as voters in Minnesota,
you have
South
your
Dakota,
security
and
clearance for
Virginia
now.
can start casting ballots now. About a dozen more states will open polling places by mid-October, and long lines at the polls surprised some election officials in Richmond.
Super excited to see all these people here on the first day of voting. Absolutely.
I don't like to waste time. You know, I really want to get ahead of the curve.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I hope the American have an excellent mind to make a
We
good
all
choice.
figured out there's no
Because it's
opportunities
very,
to steal
very
fucking
significant.
any of that shit you're talking about.
As more
It's all
options
the
to
buy
vote
time,
become
it's
more
all
readily
the
available,
string me
voting
along.
trends are changing.
So I'm just
Voting
not even
experts
blaming
believe
that
50%
fucking
of voters
option
across the country will cast ballots as absentee or prior to Election Day. Here at home, early voting will start in 2 weeks from today. Mail-in ballots should be arriving for every registered voter in our county that same week. And we have all the information packed into our voter information guide for you. You can find that right now at NBC7.com. Just click Decision 2024 on the trending bar.
Homeless
Well, it
encampment
seems
should be
unlikely we
fucking
will see
spraying
another
in
debate
action and about.
between the former president and vice president, Kamala Harris. Harris says she'll accept an invitation from CNN to do one next month, but to former President Trump
7
said
days?
it's too late.
Let's have another debate. There's more to talk about, and the voters of America deserve to hear.
The problem with another debate
Yeah,
is that
just 'cause
it's
you
just too
decided
late.
so?
Voting has already started. She's had her chance to do it with Fox. You know, Fox invited us on, and I waited, and they turned it down. But now she wants to do a debate right before the election with CNN because she's losing badly.
If former President Trump accepts CNN's invitation, the debate would be October 23rd.
Well, it appears Congress has reached an agreement to avoid a possible government shutdown, but they are expected to vote on that this week on a nearly 3-month spending bill to avoid that shutdown. It'll kick in when the new budget year starts on October 1st. An additional $231 million was included to help beef up the Secret Service after the 2 assassination attempts against former President Donald Trump. Not included in the bill, though, a GOP effort mandating states requiring proof of citizenship when people register to vote. The agreement will fund the government through mid-December, which means after the election.
Well, it's the fall season, and that means the concern for wildfires is very much real still. Some of the largest and most destructive fires in California have occurred during these fall months. Officials say it's important to create an emergency plan for your family. Pack one of those go bags with essential items, have it ready, and be aware of evacuation routes out of your neighborhood. And have you ever wondered what fire base camp looks like? Here's a glimpse at the airport fire camp, which that supported more than 2,000 personnel at the height of this incident, according to the public information officer there. This included firefighters from San Diego who went north to help out. The camp opened 24 hours a day, providing needs for firefighting crews as well as the incident management staff. And there's a lot of people that say goodbye to their families for quite some time, not knowing how long they'll be deployed.
Thousands of retail pharmacy workers here in our state could soon hit the picket lines, what they want from CVS to prevent a strike.
And from San Diego to the silver screen, the big local artist played in this movie that is raking in sales at the box office right now.
And for all of your top stories, go to NBC7.com, click on the trending bar, and then go to Breakfast Buzz. You get all you need to know.
Oh shit, I need to eat breakfast? Hold on.
Monday morning. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We are starting off this week with some foggy conditions. This is a look at San Diego Bay, but also over our valley locations.
I forgot to eat breakfast.
Of dense fog. So if we take a look here at what we can expect in terms of the visibility map, we have had some limited visibility throughout this morning for Ramona and Fallbrook especially, but it's been fluctuating a little bit for some of those near coastal communities as well, even for Escondido, Poway, and areas along the 8, including El Cajon and Alpine. So if you do happen to drive through some of that dense fog, just make sure you're increasing your following distance, any of the low beams turned on. The good news is a lot of this will start to mix out as we head into the next couple of hours, primarily for the valley locations. It'll start to lift. So we're looking at clouds and sun by late this morning, and then going into about 11 o'clock, upper 70s by that point. You'll notice it'll be warmer today over the interiors. We're back to about the mid 80s as early as noon, and then we'll get some upper 80s back in the mix heading into the peak hours of the day, and staying fairly warm even through early this evening by about 5 o'clock, close to the mid 80s, and hanging on to those through about 6 o'clock this evening. Here's a look at that coastal forecast for you for Mission Beach. Water temperature could still get up to the low 70s. Wave heights only from about 1 to 3 feet. High tide will make a return by about 1:20 this afternoon. Hourly forecast looks really great. We have comfortable conditions along the coast. You will notice the clouds lingering through late this morning, and we'll have that mix of clouds and sun heading into your afternoon. Meantime, these temperatures right around those mid 70s though. And here is a look at the rest of your area forecast. We know about those 80s across the interior. Some areas could be reaching the 90s. That goes for Valley Center, Ramona, Alpine. They all have the potential to reach that. Meantime, over the mountains, mid 80s for today. Close to about 104 for Borrego Springs. 10-day forecast shows that things will change a little bit as we go into Wednesday. That's when we start to back off. You can see it's close to the upper 70s on Wednesday for the coast, and then closer to the mid 70s by this weekend. We also have a little bit of a cool down as we get into the upcoming weekend for the Inland Valley communities. So a little warm up to start off the week, and then we cool down slightly for the upcoming weekend. That's a look at weather. Let's get you caught up on traffic, what you can expect out the door. We've been monitoring this traffic collision. This is on the 15 southbound, right near the 8. The right-hand shoulder is blocked. We already have a little bit of a delay from that. Meantime, another crash here. This is on the 5 northbound coming out of the South Bay, right near East Street. Fast lane is blocked in this area. We already have some congestion due to that morning rush hour traffic. 5 northbound from the border to the 8. That'll take you nearly about 45 minutes. And you'll save only a minute if you take the 805 northbound. They are really in line here with how long it's going to take you to get over to the 8. Meantime, westbound on the Coronado Bridge, only 2 minutes to get across. No issues there. We'll leave you with another look at your 10-day forecast.
Evidence, I just got to move all the Russian shit over to one SD card. And copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. You guys do. You guys are pushing it until the very last second, and then expecting some fucking miracle to fucking happen when you are purposely pushing it to the very last second, the very last period, the very last file. I caught on now.
Now to your morning business report. The Dow closing at a record high on Friday, above 42,000. Even though September is
I keep telling you, some motherfucker had to be higher than the fucking kite.
First time in 5 years. This morning,
anybody do fucking random?
Indices are adding slightly to their gains. Dow is up 34. More than 7,400 CVS workers around the state will hold a strike authorization vote today.
Right, man. You could
this includes over 900 workers here in Howard County. They say this comes after months of talks to secure higher wages, better benefits, and increased staffing levels. Voting begins this morning at 8 and continues through Wednesday. If you've looked through your wallet and found an unused gift card, yep, you are not alone. A new Bankrate survey found more than 40% of Americans have at least one unused gift card voucher or store credit. It found the average amount per person is $244, an increase of $57 from last year. More than a third of people have also lost money due to a misstep with a gift card, such as card expirations, losing the card, or having the store go out of business before they're able to use it.
A new California law aims to fight social media addiction among kids. A new law signed by the governor makes it illegal for platforms to knowingly provide addictive feeds to kids without parental consent. It will ban platforms from sending notifications to minors between certain hours, specifically when kids are asleep or in school. It also requires their accounts to be set to private. The law goes into effect in 2027.
If you are headed for the movies anytime soon, you might see the name of a San Diego native on the big screen. Bobby Rubio was one of the artists for Transformers 1. He worked on the movie for 2.5 years as the
Has it been 2.5 years?
Rubio worked with the director and a
Holy shit.
storyboard artist to make sure
Okay, so it's been longer than what I thought. For this, just this one instance. I'm not counting the other ones.
Being a kid from Southeast San Diego, I mean, you're not thinking that